Astronomers have been searching for an idea, the idea of foreign planets similar to Earth somewhere out there in the universe. Recently, that idea became a reality as international astronomers led the successful effort in finding said planets. The team included researchers from MIT, NASA, the University of California at San Diego, and the University of Liège in Belgium. They discovered a Jupiter-sized, ultra-cool dwarf star while exploring the Aquarius constellation. And not only that, but 3 lonely planets in its orbit. The temperature and sizes are similar to those of Earth and hold the best promise yet for the search of life outside the solar system. Space has a certain mystique to it. We don't really know what is truly out there. This discovery leads to future hope that we are not alone in the Milky Way. On a side note, these planets are 40 light years away, meaning it would take roughly 40 years of traveling at the speed of light to reach them. On another side note, does this mean we are being watched by Martians?
Last week at the Beijing Auto Show, Chevy unveiled a uniquely crafted Tron-themed car. This marketing ploy would have paired nicely with the feature film release of Tron Legacy in 2011. Nevertheless, Chevy appears to have a better late-than-never attitude. The car features neon blue streaks painted along the exterior, giving off that special Tron glow, with the interior blue highlights to match. The belated tribute appears to coincide with the upcoming arrival of Shanghai Disney, where there will be a prominent Tron-themed ride. Chevy is also making a statement as they progress in their plans to begin releasing personalized cars. The Tron-themed car even has neon blue taillights, which, as you guessed it, are not exactly street legal. Anyone who purchased the car will have to admire from the driveway. How fast does it go? Who cares? You will get pulled over immediately. What a thrill!
With the abysmal reception to the recently released Batman vs. Superman, the creative team behind the DC film franchise is scrambling to recover. There are rumors that Batfleck, Ben Affleck himself, might direct the next Batman film. There is also word on which direction the franchise might head towards. Depending on the success of the upcoming Suicide Squad, producers will gravitate towards which villain becomes more popular and intriguing to reintroduce. On a less subjective side of things, there are many avenues the creative team might take in regards to storylines. With a multitude of video games, comics, and television series at their disposal, they have plenty of directions to head in. Here's a thought, creative team. How about you head in the opposite direction from fighting Superman? Really? Let's fight Superman. I wonder how much crime was committed during those shenanigans.
Nestled in Vancouver, British Columbia, there is a laboratory discreetly testing nuclear fusion. The company, General Fusion, is owned and operated by Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. Since they are a privately owned company, they are able to run upwards of 100 tests per day. Nuclear fusion is essentially when a group of atoms is smushed together into a separate, larger body of atoms, causing extreme reactions. Without having to deal with all the red tape surrounding government agencies doing similar things, General Fusion is able to run tests at a breakneck pace. Bezos is taking the lead in testing the limits of science, and many are said to soon follow, such as Microsoft CEO Jeff Allen and PayPal creator Peter Thiel, who recently joined General Fusion's team. While all this genius collaborating you would think they could come up with a better name. Let's see, there's General Motors, General Mills, General Electric. Come to think of it, there's even an insurance company with the name General. Here's a name for your naming mishap, Bezos. General Mistake.
One of the greatest feelings to have when partaking in a role-playing game is rolling the natural 20. Nothing beats it, but now there is something out there in the shadows waiting to pounce, or in this case, roll. The newly created 120-sided die is the largest mathematically fair die ever created. The D120 is about 5 centimeters across and can stop fairly quickly if you don't roll too hard. The opposite face pairings add up to 120, and the numbering is a perfect numerical balance, which means all sorts of combinations of number groups are consistent throughout the die. The important thing about that is that the numbers are evenly spread out, making all combinations possible with any roll of the die. I wasn't aware that the dice game was so innovative and such a desperate need for expansion. Next thing I know, we'll be playing with boulders with numbers carved into them.
There might be hope for the future of the environment after all. Well, only if you believe in the far-fetched. Leaders in the space industry like NASA and the United Kingdom's Royal Society are ushering support for an umbrella-like device to drape our planet. The hope is to create something that would be able to absorb and divert 2 to 4% of the sun's rays, which would return Earth to its pre-industrial climate. This would be quite the feat, as the contraption would have to be built on the moon before being put into position. One question about your space umbrella, NASA. Is there an option for asteroid-proof model?
Wouldn't it be weird if your dentist was named Doctor Who? Or if your podiatrist was named Dr. Pepper? The website PubMed gives you the opportunity to search medical databases for the names of any published doctor. After digging around in the advanced search, we were able to find these factual fictitious doctors: Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Strange, Dr. Scully, Dr. McCoy, and even Dr. Frankenstein. Just focus, Dr. Brown. I know you keep telling me to listen to you and that I have a cavity. What I'm telling you is that we need to go back to the future. The cavity can wait. Isn't that your DeLorean parked out front?
Enough with the news. You know what time it is, people. Let's get loco and roll out some fresh local events. Hit it, team!
Feel like rising above the norm? A Beautiful Planet 3D is a breathtaking portrait of Earth from space, featuring stunning footage captured by astronauts aboard the International Space Station. The film illuminates your mind to the beauty of the Earth and offers a unique understanding of our world, and a hopeful look into the future of humanity. A feast for the eyes narrated by none other than Jennifer Lawrence, now playing at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science IMAX.
Variable Reality is a new group art exhibition that features depictions of nature from abstraction to realism. Billed as a platform for exploring the process of contemporary seeing, the exhibit delves into the concept of art not as an thing or an object, but rather as a signifier or exploration of experience. Open through June 11th at the Mark Wright Gallery.
Wings Over the Rockies is expanding its summer camp programs this year, with 6 different camps including Air and Space Flyover, which includes actual flights and drone experimentation, Frontiers, Mars Math 1 and 2, and Kinetics. There's something for everyone. Camps run for 5 days, and the first set of camps begins June 6th.
Also at the Denver Library, Saturday Code Club. Robotics is in full swing. A combination of coding and robotics, the event includes an hour demonstration followed by lab time. This month, they will be making robots utilizing cubelets and moss. Saturday is at the Central Branch.
For those of you who have a love of the stars, the Somers Bosch Observatory at the CU Boulder campus is hosting free Friday night open houses this month. The 16 and 18-inch telescopes are open to view galaxies and nebulae, weather permitting. Catching a show at the co-located Fisk Planetarium just prior to the telescope event can be quite the experience.
Speaking of shows at Fisk, Bella Gaia is a globally recognized immersive experience created by award-winning director, composer, and violinist Kenji Williams. The multimedia show combines high-fidelity imagery of the Earth from space data visualizations and stirring live performances of music and dance from around the world. Threaded by an orbiting flight path and stunning NASA imagery from the International Space Station, described as a Silk Road experience expanded to a global cosmic scale, the award-winning Bella Gaia tells a cosmic story exploring both human and natural expressions in the living universe, illuminating the relationship between human civilization and nature as we enter the anthropogenic age, May 14th and May 22nd.
Finally, it's coming! Denver Comic-Con returns June 17th through 19th at the Colorado Convention Center. Everyone from Carl Urban to Katie Sackhoff and a certain Mr. Stan Lee will be there. Will you? Get your costumes ready, prep your books for signing, and more than anything else, prepare for the nerd experience of the year.
If you are interested in any of these events, check out their websites for more information.